as you can see, there's some umbrellas up here.
Yes.
Very well drawn, beautiful umbrellas. And then there's a word bank. And so the word bank has tons of different, I guess, denominations of people. Now, the goal is for everyone to come to a group consensus on where these things belong in the or on the umbrella. So for example, if you think there's an overarching category, you can put it inside the umbrella up here. If you think that there's something here that belongs within that category as like a subset, then it goes underneath the umbrella.
Happiness hit her like a train on a track, coming towards her, stuck still, no turning back. She hid around corners and she hid under beds. She killed it with kisses, and from it she fled. With every bubble she sang with her drink, and washed it away down the kitchen sink. The dark days are over, the dark days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and your brothers. Leave all your loving behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dark days are over, the dark days are done. Can you hear the horses? 'Cause here they come. And I never wanted anything from you except everything you had and what was left after that too. Oh. Happiness hit her like a bullet in the back. Swept from the parade high by someone who should know better than that. Dark days are over, the dark days are done. Can you hear the horses? 'Cause here they come.
Like, so raise your hand if you're happy with the way any specific thing on, like any umbrella is. Raise your hand if you're happy. So that says something in itself.
An issue with the whole Latino thing because I don't know where I've like grown up and stuff, but I always thought Latino was like a derogatory term for like Spanish people or people who speak Spanish, I guess. So I always thought Hispanic was better. But I was talking like while we're talking about like making this event, not everybody agrees with me. So I like to hear what you guys think about that.
From what I know, Latino is like, you're from Latin America. So anyone who's Latino or Latina falls within all the countries and, you know, regions and stuff from Latin America. Yeah, Hispanic, from what I've been told, is like more of a culture.
I feel like Latino is more of all South America, including countries that speak Portuguese and French. And Hispanic is more of a term that the U.S. put on us because we speak Hispanic.
Under that implication, like I also heard that like Hispanic would mean like meant of Spanish control or imply that there was Spanish control, and so it didn't become like there wasn't a change to the word Latino until after Spain completely cut ties with all of like political ties, you know what I mean, with, I guess, Latin America or South America, all that.
Question about like, because the categories are Asian, American, European, African, and Latino. But I'm confused about the American one and how it fits in with like the rest of those.
I think it kind of makes sense because based on the umbrella categories, it's kind of how there's a purist understanding of like Asian as these like original tribes, so to speak, and then America is like the political, like our concept of the melting pot.
Dad's, he's a white guy, and he's born and raised in West Africa, so he identifies as African. But if I was born in, I guess, somewhere in Asia, would I identify as Asian? You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like, I don't know any people that I guess, whose parents aren't, like, of, like, Asian ethnicities that identifies as Asian. Like, do people who are, like, born in an Asian country identify as Asian?
So, with that, I would say you can identify whatever you want, but it's you be accepted as such. That's another thing, because I know even at ASA, the meeting I just came from, last year there were like 2 South Africans who were white. And yes, they identified as African, but anytime they came to meet, we would go. Are they? Yeah, exactly. Every 5 seconds, just look over. All right, still African. So, I mean, it kind of works like that, I think.
I was talking to Julie actually earlier. Okay, so there's this girl, and she's black, and she was telling me she knows somebody who's black and he's Italian. And I was like, oh, cool, she speaks Italian, like, where'd she learn it? She was like, no. She grew up in Italy. And I was just like, the distinction between just knowing the language and, like, living there, even though you're not what people see as Italian. I thought that was so important, and it reminded me of, like, the whole Asian thing, because I know a bunch of people, like, people, too, who, their parents, like, they live in China or Japan or something, and they've grown up there for, like, 10 years of their lives. So, like, I think they should be considered Asian because they grew up in Asian culture.
Like, I hear people say, like, my race is Jewish. It always, like, throws me off a little bit because I can't go by racist Christianity. Even, like, Black Baptist is, like, a black thing. You can't be Baptist and that can't be your race, so.
Speaking of religion, like, when I started this exercise, I put, like, most of religion under the Latino umbrella. And I see how now religion's, like, spread all over throughout the umbrella.
Like, marginalize them. It's just kind of like, it's not that, yeah, we care about, getting them politically correct. We just don't care about them at all. And so whether they're correct or not is not a concern to mainstream America, just all of us. So they're kind of like cast aside. Then, so that, that kind of takes care of those religions. So then I then move towards what's left is like Christian, Orthodox, and Catholicism. And, I think European regimes, I think European power, I think back to that, cliche of white is right.
I feel like if there were like other stickers, like for Arab countries, someone would definitely put Muslim under that umbrella. But the fact is, like most Muslims are not Arab, so it's really hard to put it in like one category. At least for Muslim, that's what I'm thinking.
Right. You can't tell by looking at them, and that shouldn't even be an issue. So I think it really just brings into our Mixed Madness theme for March. It's culturally educated we stand, and ignorant divided by ignorance we fall. So I just feel like basically that just means the more you know about people, about race, about cultures, the less you can be judgmental, you can be racist, you can be prejudiced, all these things. And I feel like that's kind of what we're trying to do here.
You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours.